Now let's talk about the differences between a formal and an informal letter. They are quite different, but mainly in terms of vocabulary and sometimes the grammar that you are going to use in the letter. For example, in a formal letter, we are not going to contract words. For example, we cannot write can't instead of cannot, or don't instead of do not. Also, there are words that probably shouldn't be used in a formal letter, words that are by nature informal. For example, in a formal letter, instead of writing till, you should write until, because till is the informal form of the word until. The tone is also something that you should be paying attention to, because with a formal letter, of course, you need to sound formal. With an informal letter, you should sound more friendly. So the flow of the ideas should be less technical in an informal letter. But whether you are writing a formal or an informal letter, it is necessary for you to understand that the structure of the whole entire letter and the structure of each part of the letter is the same. Whenever I teach my clients, I always tell them to make sure that they remember the structure of the letter before going into details of what kind of letter they are writing. For example, a letter of complaint and a letter of request would have the same structure. However, the grammar, the vocabulary would be different. And I'll make sure I provide everything to my client. That is why my service is called Everything IELTS. Everything you need to know about the IELTS exam.